Welcome to Overview Sunday. So this Sunday I would like also not only to show you what's up with the account and what's have been up to with the bot and the Bitcoin, because it's been a week, and I also wanted to show you a little bit more on the bots themselves and what they have done. So let's just first go really quickly to show you guys. So this week we can see that Mr. Egg had unfortunately some loss, a 15% loss, so that's very unfortunate. Mr. Joak ended with a 1.42%, Mr. Guts with 5.8%, insanely well done, especially. And if you can see here the compound interest, if you started it, you can see that it's 100, so you would have doubled your doubled your money if you had it, even when we still had that 25% loss a couple of weeks ago. You will now still be 100%, so it'll be doubled what you had, so that's pretty good. So absolute, that means if you would have been taking out your money every time, so at the end of the week, any profit you would have, you would take it out, you will still be up 72%, so that is really good. Mr. Carry did 1.8%, overall compounding at 48.82, and absolute, so again, if you would take every week out your profit, you would be 37% up. Mr. Gold is just brand new. He did this week 2.07%, and of course that is the same for compound and absolute, as he hasn't done any more week than this one. Now what I do wanted to show you guys is in the bots, not only can you, so if you scroll down, you can see from all the weeks, you can check out whatever they did, so to check it out. But another way, and you should do this, I didn't do this, truthfully I just thought, hey, this one is having good profit, I'm gonna jump in, but actually I should read this as well, so I'm gonna read this for you guys. So you can choose here one of the bots, so I'm just gonna start with Mr. Guts, as that was the one I have. Now there will be a little explanation of what it does and what the lot sizes and things are. Now something that I find that is important is this section. So it is in Dutch. Let me check if I can translate this really quickly to English with Google. Just a second. So I came back and boom, it's in English. The site is not in English, but you can use the add-on. I am using Firefox, and there's an add-on for translate, and actually translates the whole page. So it is Google Translate, so not everything is super clear, but it's sufficient to understand what's going on. So what I wanted to show you is here this section here. So these bots are not just, they just don't run like 24/7 with no one watching. So there is always someone that checks like the week before, like by the end of the week, or I mean by the start of the week, what kind of news or what kind of things can impact the trades. And if they see that hey, this is going to be an impactful week with a lot of news that may change what things you usually do, they won't turn it on. Yeah, I'm going to show you on one of them. I'm going to go to another bot a little bit later, and you'll see that. Again, also very important, the account protection. So it does mean that you don't lose everything. Like if you put the money in today and it was a very bad week, you're not going to go boom, zero the first day. 25%, so is the maximum drawdown that you can have in 1 week. Now also here there's a forecast. So forecast for Mr. Guts would be at 160 for a full year. Normally it would say like, okay, so it's somewhere between 80% gain and 160% gain, so that's really good. You can have some drawdown, so 45% if it's not so good, and in the worst case scenario, really 90%. So that's a little bit painful, but that's really in a very extreme cases, and for that's where the human touch comes in to check out, like, okay, is there something going to happen this week that can influence the trades? And not only in the beginning of the week, but during the week they also do that, so that's really good. One thing that you can also do is here go to verify my my FX book. Now if you press there, you go here, and there's where traders things are registered, and you can see here everything that is done from first day, and you can see here all yeah, I have an ad blocker, so you can see here how it's nicely going up, and you can see here this is where we were. Look here, we were in 4 months time, we had already doubled, like 100%, like doubled what you had in your account. It went up all the way to 132, and unfortunately then there was that max drawdown of 25%, and it dropped to 74. But then even now, so at this moment, exactly this moment this week, we are again at 100%. So if you would got in on the 10th of May, at this moment, you would have doubled your money. Yeah. So here you can check out how it's been doing through the lifetime of this bot. Now if we go back, I'm just gonna close this one off and come here. Let's try another one. So another one that I really like is Mr. Carry, and I think this one is more for my wife. I take a little bit more risks, but my wife doesn't like to. So if you go here, you can see here again, this one trades Euro, New Zealand dollar, British pound, and the... No, I forgot what this one was. It doesn't matter. So the prognosis for this one is 120% for a year. 60 if it's okay-ish. If it's bad, it will be minus 40. So that's, and if it's really bad, it will be minus 81. Yeah. Again, here also there is the protection, so you won't lose everything straight away. So the account protection is still the same, still 75. But if you see this one's actually a very nice one. And so Miss Carey, and come on, translate this to English, so easier for me to read. This strategy uses the cost of carrying a position to the next day. So there is money to be made by selling a currency with a low interest rate and then invest it in a currency with a high interest rate. So you sell the currency with a low interest and you buy the currency with a high interest rate. Then you gain your money on the difference when you sell it. So this is how it looks. So if I go in here and check it out since the beginning, this is a very nice chart. Look at there, just nice steady growth, not some insane numbers like percentage wise, but hey, it's so nice and steady. So this is a nice one if you don't want to take too much risks. And it has at this moment 48.8%. So you almost not double, but like 50% of what you had on top of it as gain. So that's really nice for a nice steady income. So the new one that is going to be live today is Mr. Gold, and this one trades in gold. And nice thing about this here, so again, human touch, it's going to check before every week what's going to happen. And one of the things that it also does, so that it already do, is on the days around the publication of the non-farm payrolls on the first Friday of the month, the bot will not be trading, because then we already know that's high impact. You can go all over and you don't want that. Now the nice thing about this one is that the account, if it goes well, it would be 140%. If it's average, 70. But the very nice thing is, if it doesn't do very well, it would be minus 12. And if it does really bad, it's only minus 25. So that is really good. So it will be a nice and steady. Unfortunately, there is not, so you can click here. But there is only 4 weeks, so there's not a lot to show. But the fact that we have a very low drawdown if it's very bad, so that is pretty nice. Now, okay, Now let's go into RoboForex, and I'm going to show you the account history, and let's check out what the bot actually did with the amount of money I put into it. Okay, I logged in, and we are in the last week. So this is the last week, and last week we did 195 euro on about 6,300 euro. So this week, so to the 24th and starting on the 17th, we did a whopping 334 euro on an investment of 6,600. So that is 5% from last Sunday. So this is 5% up from last Sunday. I already paid my commission, so the fee I already paid. So with the fee gone, it's still 5%. And let's check out. So if we from 1 month back, go from here and we'll show. So in a month time, it did 614 euro, and only the last 2 weeks I had a higher amount. So if we check out this week, first week of the month, it didn't do anything. So let's go 1 week ahead. So from here to there. So this was this is the deposit. The deposit was not used. So this was on 1,600 euro, did 84 euro. So that was also super nice. In total, at this moment, we have 6,654 euro in the account. Unfortunately, some of this money will have to go back to the tax, so it will go a little bit later. But the nice thing is, due to this bump that I have, all the loss that I had, like the 25% loss, it's done, is made that back, and is a little bit more. So that is really nice. Okay, now I'm gonna log into Bitcoin because a lot of stuff has been happening there. So let's check it out. Okay, I logged into Binance, and if I go into the wallet, into overview, we can see that my account is now at $10,139, and I have to thank the Bitcoin for going up. So it's not, so if from last Tuesday, so last Tuesday is actually gone down 4.5%. But overall, if I check out here at the coin market cap and we do 7 days, we can see that we had an insane bump here, all the way to 67. So the max, let's see, the all-time high, the oldest all-time high was $67,000. Really good. So we broke the last all-time high, and of course, when that happens, usually it goes down because people sell, because they made a lot of money, so they sell and then they will buy back. So this moment is pretty horizontal, so it's planed out a little bit, but it planed out at 60, so that's good. So it didn't go any lower, and we went over, so the chance that we're going to go over it again soon, it's quite feasible. So if we go here and we check, let me see where we're in the 1 hour, and go to the 15 minutes. We can see that we are going a little bit lower. So if we I cannot draw here, but so it's the two lines, the top lines and the bottom lines are both going down. There's not a lot of selling at this moment, so the volume is low. So this would mean that this time it should go up. So 65 to 70% that it will go up from here. So that's the statistics. Okay guys, so thank you for watching, and don't forget to go and check out the bots that are available. They are, they can give you some nice returns, especially if you want to be a bit more safe. Mr. Carry, Mr. Gold are pretty safe if you want to go for a more radical one, you can go like me to Mr. Guts. Don't forget to use the bot code that is in the description. If you like this, please hit the thank you bell and that thumbs up. And if you want to keep updated, you can also subscribe. Okay, see you in the next one. Disclaimer: no financial advice. The information on this channel is provided for education and informational purposes only.